So today is August 21st. 2 days ago would have been 16 weeks along in our pregnancy, and 4 days ago we found out from the doctor that the baby had stopped growing, and that we were in the process of miscarrying. And it's naturally been a very difficult couple days since then, informing our families that our plans had changed, not by our choice, but you know, by God's divine knowledge. And we were trying to figure out how to let everyone else know, and we thought this may be the best way to do it. Yeah, like I said, the past couple of days have really been tough. Just trying to understand why and understand what to do about it. And for me, thinking that just being reminded that that God is good, and that God is at work, and that He knows the future. He knows where we're at and what we desire, and kind of just reminding, or just continuing to remember, that has been a step to help me continue to move forward. So
for me, there's just been a lot of peace in the just recognizing where our baby was and not thriving, and that, like, believing that God created me and moms in such a way that if that was the case, that our bodies would know what to do with it. And so there's just a lot of peace in that. Like, this is just His process. I think the harder part for me is having to share that. I mean, we waited 13 weeks for a reason. It's just a private thing. And we were hoping to, walk through that with just our close friends and family. And now we'll have a whole community knowing what we're going through right now. But yeah, it was for a couple days they're having to share. That was the hardest part, just knowing that, like, looking at them and seeing the recognition of loss in their eyes, because I believe that they're excited to see our baby, and it's just heartbreaking. It's awful. And there was one person that I shared with, and they were just so heartbroken because they loved our kid. And for a second I just saw it for purely what it was, and my heart just really filled up in that moment. Like, beyond my own loss and beyond my own pain, I just saw it as, like, our kid was so loved, and that was a really big comfort. I mean, I haven't been a mom for very long, but I think that I think all we could hope for is that our kid would experience at some point this, like, incredible love in their life, and that happened. And ironically, it experienced none of the pain of this world. It only got the love, and that has been a huge peace and comfort, and has really changed, like, how I've been processing it. It's like a weird joy. And I know it passed through my mind, like, how does God bless us with a child, walk with us as our hopes, like, soar on all the hopes that we have, and then knowing all along that we were going to be facing this. But God is good, and He's not in this world and in our time constraint. So I know that when he says that he works everything together for good, that this good that he started, I'm not going to see to heaven. And I'm okay with that. He's a parent too. I mean, he lost his son, and I know that he understands the grief that we're going through, and it's just, he's really been meeting us where we are and showing us truth when we could easily be believing lies. And so it's been a very surreal experience. Like, I am not a person who like reads their Bible 4 hours a day, and I do not understand how we are doing so well. I don't understand. I think I underestimate how big he is and how much he cares for us at the same time. As I don't know why I would be so surprised that we feel so comforted and have so much peace. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's sad, and that God's just been amazing.
Moving forward, I think that if you've ever gone through it or know somebody that has gone through it, understand that it's a difficult time, an uncomfortable and awkward time. And so we wanted to kind of just share what we would appreciate from you. And the biggest thing would just be your prayer for encouragement, prayer for comfort, for peace, wisdom as we take the next steps moving forward.
Continue to see like God's goodness and mercy, because they are the sweetest parts of this for me. I know that going along with that, I'm just gonna go ahead and be really bold and vulnerable and slightly selfish in saying this. And I just pray that the Spirit meets each one of you as you hear this, to not think that I'm being a jerk. But I just would ask that if you are like overwhelmed with a lot of like wanting to see us and comfort us, and you are probably gonna like want to hug and stuff, like if you could just like bring all that in and like pray that is something that we need. That I personally, I don't really want the like you see me, you hug me, you cry, I cry, like that brings me no life. It's not very healing for me. So like I know that you are probably also processing and coping, and that might make you feel better, but it's not going to make me feel better. So I'm just going to ask that if you can, try to just refrain. Like, it sucks. And if we could just like stand a couple feet away from each other and just acknowledge that it sucks, like I would be really grateful for that. And along with that, like we have over the past couple of days reached out to close friends and family. And so if I did not specifically like contact you about this, it would be really uncomfortable for me if you were to message me asking me about like what's happening. I don't even know if that's a thing, but I'm afraid it's a thing. And I'm just like, please don't. Like, trust me, like I know, like we've sought out our support system, and I'm not saying like you want to know how we're doing, or like words of encouragement and stuff, like sure, but just to be like really respectful of like this is a private thing, even though we did share that we were pregnant with the masses, and therefore we are sharing this part. I just feel like we've been really generous with what we've shared so far. So to like contact us wanting more details, like please refrain from that.
And if feeling like you do want to say words of encouragement or anything like that, I think the best way, what we would appreciate the most is just, you know, sending us a card, something in the mail, rather than posting something on Facebook, sending us a message. Both of us, a lot of our work is on the computer, and seeing that constantly could be very difficult. But receiving a card in the mail gives us the opportunity to kind of process it and open it when, you know, when we feel ready. And so if that's
no, and along with that, like, we don't have a lot commemorating this time, and it would be really meaningful to have things to hold on to, and to look over, and yeah, and I just, like, I don't want to have to, like, message you 4 months from now and that be the last thing that we see. I just kind of want to be able to have some boundaries. We are, on, like, one side, we are so grateful for your love and support, and that you want to reach out. But the idea of it being nonstop when we're home, or trying to focus on work, or I don't know. So yeah, if you could please, that would be really appreciated.
We're very thankful for your support and love already, for your prayers, and we just, you know, we're praying that we can just continue to move forward and keep our eyes on him and what he desires for us to do next, and to continue to move. But we're really thankful for the body that we're in, the family, and the support that surrounds us, and so we thank you guys in advance for that.